You're a speaker, you're on stage, all eyes on you, and you have forgotten what to say. You have a mind gap all of a sudden. What do you do? By the way, let me know in the comment section how you've ever handled that kind of a moment. But here is my take. When you forget what to say, it can be a very embarrassing moment, and we don't want that kind of an embarrassment. But there's a way you can save yourself from that situation. 5 things you can do for you to overcome the forgetting what to say. The first thing, repeat the last word or the last statement that you made, as if you're emphasizing, as if you're insisting. For example, you are making a statement like, public speaking has the power of turning a common man. And then you forgot. All of a sudden you're stuck. A common man. A common man. Repeat as if you're insisting. We know, the audience will not know. The audience will not know that you're stuck. But we will think that, oh, this is a very important point, it's a very heavy point. We need to really, really get it. But you are saving yourself. You are basically saving yourself so that now you can remember what to say next. So that's the first thing. Repeat the first word, the last word, or the last statement. The second thing you can do, because sometimes you can still do that and you have still forgotten, pause. Public speaking has the power of turning a common man. Pause. Until we feel, because a pause in time is more eloquent than a speech. It gives us time to ponder. It gives us time to ponder, to think, to chew, to digest what you're saying. So pause as much as you can. Public speaking has the power of turning a common man. We are thinking about public speaking. We are thinking about the power. We are thinking about a common man. We are thinking about what you're going to say next in that pause. So it's very powerful. And then now, as you're pausing, you have time to think of what to say next. Okay, let's say you've done that. You've paused, but still you're stuck. The third thing you can do is that you can change your track of thought. Immediately, you can do that. Change your track of thought. One track of thought disappears, so go to another track of thought. So, an example. Public speaking has the power of turning a common man. Guys, the other day, I'm walking in downtown Manhattan, and I meet this guy, and I thought he looked weird, but he stops me and he tells me that he knows me, and I'm baffled. Go to another track of thought, tell a story, engage an audience. Oh, I see Madam Sarah is here. Sarah, what do you think? What would you have done if you were in such a situation? Engage the audience. But you went to another track of thought. That's what I want. You went to another thing. And then now, if you remember your point later, go ahead and say it. But you will have already saved yourself from that moment, from looking stuck. Yeah. So that's number 3. Number 4 is I've just said, engage the audience immediately. Engage the audience. Ask them a question. Wait, how many of you have ever been to New York in this street and this? How many of you have been to Nairobi in this? Ask a question, of course, that is relevant to what you're speaking about, because you want to engage. First of all, we connect with you more as your audience. And by the way, we forget what you are saying. Now, if you remember what you are saying, you can carry on. Or you'll even find somebody, if it was so exciting, you'll even find somebody reminding you, oh, this is where we are, a common man. Please repeat the quote. Please repeat the quote. Public speaking has the power of turning a common man. They remind you, and now you find you could remember. And the 5th thing you can do is recap what you have covered so far. Recap what you've covered so far. So let's say you are on your 3rd point, and you have totally forgotten the 4th point, or you are stuck somewhere in the 3rd point. So you can say, so far we have covered, the first point was mastering your message, and I hope you can say something about the first point. The 2nd point, what was the 2nd point? You can even ask them. As a matter of fact, you can even ask your audience in a humorous way to remind you where you are. This can only be done in a humorous way. You cannot ask your audience to remind you where you are in a serious way. So guys, where were we? I forgot it. It looks funny, it looks weird, but if you see something, guys, now you have even made me forget where we were. Where were we? And somebody, where were we? So that's why, people will actually think you're just joking, and they will actually remind you. But we can't be there saying, oh, I've forgotten what to say. What was I saying? You look really disconnected, and we start to now doubt you. And you are already speaking so well. You have already bought our trust, and then all of a sudden you look disenfranchised. It is not a good look for you as a speaker. So recap what you have got. By the time they are reminding you the second point, with that point, you have remembered your fourth point. And in case you forget your fourth point altogether, you say those are the 3 key things you need to master for you to overcome the fear of public speaking. So guys, follow me, make sure you subscribe, hit the subscribe button, and let's make sure that your voice becomes an invoice.